Miss Russell here to show you how to do mask making. So let's get spun around so that you can see how this works. And whoop, watch out, here we go, down for the tilt. Okay, so first off, I have a mask partially done to show you how to finish it off. The masks come like this, and then I recommend coloring them first in crayon. Oops, sorry about that. I recommend not cutting them out first because that lets you take the crayon off the edges. And then a little secret, see how I have lines in here? To avoid that, if you color in the opposite direction of your lines, it will take out the lines and you won't see them as much. So it's a way to kind of just lightly cover your mask so that you don't see those lines. But another thing that you can do is you can use these silver markers that I have and you can add detail. So for example, if I were doing dots like I did on the other side, I could fill this all in with dots. I might pick a different marker or a different pattern for the bottom half, and you'll notice I twist the marker to kind of keep it working. Sometimes you have to tap it to keep it going. Then I have fancy scissors for you to use. This helps you not have to cut perfect. And then I always cut off that little black part so that all you see is my actual mask work. Once I make it all the way around, there are several secrets to cutting out those eyes, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite. And that is to take the hole punchers. Now, I always think of the hole punchers like a monster that's got one tooth. That's its tooth, this is its tongue, and that way I know how to use it. I always put the paper like a thermometer, underneath its tooth, underneath its tongue, and then I'm gonna punch 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I've punched out 4 holes, then I can get a small pair of scissors in there, not these guys, but a small pair of scissors, and I'll be able to go all the way around the hole, and I didn't have to fold my mask. I also then can punch out these spots right here. Okay, these then, once it's done like this, you're ready to get 2 pipe cleaners. The pipe cleaner goes in from the bottom, boop, folds in half, leaving space. Don't pull this tight, it will tear your mask. And then leaving space, you're gonna wind this around. Wind, wind, wind. And then 2 of these will make it all the way around your head. Okay, but what if you wanna do some advanced stuff? Like maybe I wanna add paper so it looks like my guy has ears. You can do that. You go ahead and cut out whatever it is you wanna include. So I'm gonna make some ears for mine. But then you're gonna notice, Miss Ross, you don't have any tape at the center. That's right, I don't. So you have to get creative. So I'm gonna take my ears, I'm gonna fold them like this. We're gonna reuse this pipe cleaner here so I can show you how this is done. And I'm gonna sew my ears into place. So I'm gonna fold them like that. And I'm gonna sew my ear on. Well, how are you gonna do that, Miss Russ? By hole punching. So I'm gonna punch some holes. Oops, gotta make sure you can see it. Oops, got stuck. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's 'cause I didn't follow my own rule. And I didn't have my tongue where it's supposed to be. So I'm punching holes, punching holes, punching holes. Okay, see that? I punched a bunch of holes. Now I'm gonna take this and oops, I gotta re-punch this hole. And I'm gonna sew this into place. Down, up, down and up, all the way through. Now, Miss Russ, why couldn't we just use tape? Well, you could, but art, remember, is about growing your brain, and so we're going to have to think in ways beyond tape. We know that tape works. Now it's about figuring out new ways. I'm going to take this around the back, and then I'm going to twisty tie it together. And then I'm going to make sure it lays flat so it doesn't hurt my head when I have it on. And look, I now have an ear that is completely stuck on, but also it's going to move a little bit. So when I have it on my face, if I use tape, this would break off and wiggle off from being moved back and forth, back and forth. But because I sewed it on, it has wiggle room, and so it allows the piece of paper to shift and move so that it stays on, but yet doesn't fall off. With that, happy mask making. I can't wait to see how creative you can be. You really can attach an entire world down on the bottom of your mask. Just make sure to leave room for your nose and potentially space for your mouth. Bye!